talk about some more music because AI apparently is getting into music, everybody. And this came out, and I laughed about this when I first heard about it, but AI actually took and made a new song, and it collaborated with The Weeknd and Drake, and it, according to this guy who's going by the name of Ghostwriter online, wrote the lyrics actually, and then he used AI to make their voices come together to do a duet, and he released this track, and the track is actually called Heart on My Sleeve, and he submitted it for the Grammys. Now, the Grammys actually said that
it's AI?
Well, it's AI that took their voices and put them together, but the guy wrote it, and since the guy wrote it, we don't know who this person is, a ghostwriter person, it was going big online, but the thing was, there are a lot of copyright issues here, because they never had permission to have this music and put it together, so Drake never knew, The Weeknd never knew, so they've been actually going after it, having it pulled online, pulled offline, pull it, take it down everywhere, they keep putting it back up, but he submitted it for the Grammys, and apparently it was going through this process where they said, hey, it could actually be submitted because it was actually written by someone, even though AI put their voices together. So a whole thing that was going down. So the AI generated song was going crazy online. Now they were saying online, actually, an interview with the New York Times, this came out, where was it Harvey Mason Jr., who was running the Grammys, said that absolutely it's eligible because it was written by a human. But now the Grammys came forward and said, even though it was written by a human, the vocals were not legally used. It wasn't legally taken into consideration. No one was contacted. And the fact that it wasn't, like, the rights weren't brought in legally, they cannot accept it for the Grammys. But originally they were going to do it.
That's explicitly siding with the Writers Guild, is it not?
Yes, 100%.
Well, it's also explicitly bullshit if you don't have permission to use people's likeness or voice or whatever the fuck. Like, you can't. How can you possibly try to get recognition for stealing something?
Well, the best rap song, Sabrina, and Song of the Year, was actually submitted for, which are both, again, the guidelines say whoever wrote it. It's not about the person who performed it; it's the writer, and that's why they were saying before they were considering it.
Didn't perform it. It's a
no, the writer though.
Computer.
I know, but who wrote it though? That was the question. They said, well, it was written by a human. It was written by this ghostwriter guy, and ghostwriter wrote it.
Ridiculous.
And then he AI'd their voices together, so that's why they were considering. But they're like, by the end of the day, they're like, no, we can't take, because if it would have been legally taken into consideration,
that would have changed the course of everything.
I know, a very bad precedent.
Yes,
huge,
100%. But the fact that this happened makes me think that down the line, they're going to be open to this in a lot of ways. Let AI get involved with these award shows, which again is a slippery slope, which again is what everyone's fighting for.
AI host.
Like Mike said, AI hosts, they have the AI news online. I've seen that on YouTube, but it's like, hello, welcome to the news today. We will be talking about Johnny Depp. You know, it's like, it's all that.
Sampling, you need to get permission.
You have to get permission to sample. That is true. But good point. But you definitely do have to get permission to sample.
Well, it just depends. Yeah, but it just depends too. It's like, look at Weird Al, because he was doing parodies. He actually didn't have to have permission.
I think you'd have to pay royalties though.
Yes,
I don't think you need permission, but you need to pay money.
I think you
need both.
I think you do need permission, and then you have to pay royalties. Well, like you broker a deal in some way. I think
if you're sampling, but if you're parodying, it's a whole different thing. Because remember, Weird Al was talking about. Weird Al would still ask
on this. Like,
Weird Al didn't get any Grammys.
No, but he would still. I know, but he would still ask, and when they got permission, then you do the song as opposed. But he could have just done it. He did it multiple times. He didn't have to ask for permission. He could have done it.
He was nice.
Yeah.
This is almost like someone doing an impression. Except for it's a robot doing the impression.
Speaking of impressions, no, I'm just kidding.
Except they're actually using their performances, right? So it's different.
They're not using their performances. What this person did is they took the lyrics, they put it into AI and said, "Hey, make it sound like Drake and The Weeknd performed."
To make it sound like it, though, they used input a data set that was based on their actual voices. Though, is the thing.
Some tomfuckery behind the scenes there, but it's not like taking clips of their voice and sampling it in. It's taking the tones and frequencies and retooling.
Right, but you feed that into the
AI.
It's
weird as shit.
It's a slippery slope now.
Because voices are not fundamentally copywritten as of right now, because they're you're listening to my voice
part
right
of you.
So like if a computer were to aggregate my voice and put it through AI with the words that I'm saying right now,
and
it could make me do a duet with Drake.
I want to hear it.
But
that might be fun for your birthday party, but not fun for a Grammy. Like, I mean, where do you draw the line?
It's weird. It's because if this person had gotten a human being to perform this vocalizations, then this song would still be eligible. So it's like teetering this weird line because the AI didn't write the song or the music behind the song. It just made the voices.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So the lyrics were generated by this
dude right here.
This guy with the sheet on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a very questionable human being. Let's be clear.
Instrument.
Not a good outfit. Not a good outfit, bud. And why do you have a fan coming out of your head?
The person with the poor fashion choices here wrote the words. They wrote the music behind it.
Wait, politically say it, Rachel. High five. Start with the poor fashion choices. High five. They're literally like the best way that you could ever say that. That was amazing. Thank you. Poor fashion choices. And a fan on your head.
And the fan on their head. So they wrote the words, they wrote the music. The only thing the AI did was put a voice in. So theoretically, this person could go back, re-record this song with a human voice, and then still be eligible.
100%. You're right. You're right.
That would be fine. But the fact that it's not
a weird
your
world
voice.
we live in, and I hate it.
It's not an amazing song.
I mean, it sounds like
standard strip club kind of. Not that I go to strip clubs. I don't.
I agree, Racer X.
Oh, you don't go. You don't go.
Yeah, actually owns a strip club.
Like it's really not that innovative or interesting at all. Like it's
Blame
great,
It on the Rain is Milli Vanilli.
But also, girl, you know it's true.
Good girl. Is that Milli Vanilli?
Yeah, it is. Remember that? That's how they had their whole thing when they found they were lip syncing, because there was like, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know, like, oh, girl, you know it's.
Out of all of us, you should remember that the most. Oh my God, Brian, come back.
I remember Blame It on the Rain. I think Brian's gonna blow a fuse any second now. Any second now.
They were on stage, just like they did. On stage. No fuses.
I just remember Blame It on the Rain, and one of them actually killed himself. So I feel very bad for the gentleman.
Passed from HIV, which is sad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's also gone? Wow, okay.
But Sabrina, do you think
Milli Vanilli, rest in peace. Also, don't steal
R.I.P.
other people's shit.
R.I.P. Milli Vanilli.
Very weird. That was a very weird situation.
Sabrina, do you think that this could be something that becomes more uniformly like done, and that more people are trying to use AI to get into the Grammys and get awards, even though they're like, it's not technically their rights?
Well, yeah, I mean, okay. Lexi said Milli Vanilli were real musicians and the music was real, but the men fronting the band were not singers; they were lip syncing. Like, but does that make it okay? It is, but also does that make it okay?
Yeah.
So like this guy technically made the music and made the words, but he just made the AI make it sound like
like that.
The Weeknd and Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very slippery slope. I don't like any of it. I think if you're talented enough to write this and do this, maybe get Weeknd and Drake, or get two people who are not Weeknd and Drake.
People love the song online too.
Just text him.
What's up? Drake.
So I mean, if you have something that's almost hold on.
Thank you.
If you have something that's almost like Grammy worthy, like maybe you can contact their managers and be like, "Hey, I have this track that's really dope. Can you listen to it?" Like, who knows? I mean, shit like that happens. And other than that, like if you can't do that, or if it doesn't work out, or they're like, screw that guy who I don't know that's wearing a sheet, which by the way, I couldn't blame you.
Maybe, you know it's true.
Maybe then be like, okay, let me get these two other super talented people and have them do the song. And then I don't know. There's just, I don't think AI is the way.
I don't think this person had bad intentions. I think this person was just fucking around, put it on TikTok, and it got way out of control.
But how did it become how do you submit? Who submitted to the Grammys?
It's a huge thing on TikTok to use AI to make different artists
Touchy Ghost
say things.
Not Touchy Ghost.
Like, I think it's just
is that you?
Spiraled out of control.
I'm saying, like, if you were the singer of the song, Rachel, let's say Rachel and Mike had a duet. And then I decided I'm going to wear a sheet and I'm going to write some stuff and I'm going to do some things. And I'm going to somehow computer generate both of your voices to sing a duet and then get nominated for a Grammy. Wouldn't you be like, what the actual fuck?
Give me my money, bitch.
Show me the money.
I would show me the money. Cut the money from it, but like I have a good humor. So like I would personally be fine with it. I think Drake's kind of an asshole. So he's probably just being a dick about it.
I don't care for him at all, to be perfectly honest.
The
but
thing is,
that's really not the issue.
If you let it slip at all, it's going to be.
That's it. Then it sets a precedent. It sets a precedent.
It's one thing after. It's a snowball effect.
Right now, it's an individual creative. In the future,
no
more snowballing talk. In the future,
we're done.
it will be producers that are actively stealing our voices.
But then also it's going to keep happening, and it's going to it's going to create this whole new category of things. It's going to be a problem. It's going to create nothing but issues for any industry, for music, for actors.
Good artistically.
They need to lay down some guidelines, because
yes, hide your kids, hide your wife. Okay, fine.
Hide your wife.
But
it's like auto-tune, but that person talking, but that Antoine Dotson, he made hundreds of thousands of dollars on that. You're not hurting anyone.
Set guidelines with impressions, because at the end of the day, this is a computer doing an impression of a person.
The impression, the guidelines, though, Rachel's you drink after an impression.
So we need to get the ghost person to drink, and then
get your coconut up, lady.
Speaking of the ghost person, though, Mike Casey, I know you're underneath that. I know that's you. So Touchy Ghost, why did you do this? And do you think that you could have got away with it if it wasn't for those damn kids?
What?
If it weren't for those damn kids, I don't know. Do I smell a segue? Was there somewhere you were going with that?
That's what I thought.
I just saw Touchy Ghost and Ghost Mike. Maybe Mike did it.
I'm such a touchy ghost. If it weren't for those damn kids, because I like to swear in Scooby-Doo.
Mike's like, this is not me.
He's a Scooby-Doo villain right now.
Yeah,
well,
100%.
Sometimes you get pimped, and sometimes you're feeling it.
I'm going to say really quickly, between two famous dudes, you look the sharpest. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Between The Weeknd and Drake, with a little picture of Mike in the middle, if I had to pick one, I'd have picked you. So you win.
I swear to God, you could show me 10 pictures of The Weeknd, and I would not know who the fuck that guy is.